Coronavirus deaths in the United States exceed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Around the date of this video, the death toll from COVID-19 in the United States exceeded 226,000, which is the death toll caused by the U.S. nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Most of the dead were civilians. From Here and There channel. Despite the scientific and technological developments in the United States, and being the biggest economy in the world, the impact of the coronavirus on it is the worst among other countries in the world, both in cases of infection or deaths. When comparing the United States with other countries from different regions around the world, all of them have fewer capabilities than the United States. It becomes clear how the U.S. officials mismanaged the crisis. The American people as well, did not adhere to social distancing as required, and they followed the rush of the American administration to lift all kinds of restrictions. This number of casualties is largely attributed to the decisions of the U.S. President Trump. What happened in the United States, and the huge number of victims, direct us to the victims of the two American nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, who are nearly equal in number to the coronavirus victims in the United States. The unjustified use of the nuclear bombs, which are the only use in the world, was as well a decision of a U.S. President, Harry Truman. This shows the number of the victims that can fall because of a wrong decision made by a head of a state. Just as the world stands in solidarity with the victims of coronavirus and their families everywhere, the world, especially the Americans and their governments, should stand with the victims of the two nuclear bombs in Japan. The victims of the bombings are mostly civilians. Civilians must not be involved in any conflict. The issue is humanitarian and moral, and it has nothing to do with who is the aggressor in the war. No subsequent U.S. administration condemned Truman for the use of nuclear weapons against civilians. The majority of the Americans still support the two nuclear attacks, according to the surveys, despite the huge number of civilians killed, and the almost complete destruction of the two cities. Moreover, the attacks were definitely not necessary, and represent war crimes against humanity. Stay tuned for more videos from this channel. From Here and There channel.